her baby dad didn't step up to try to get the kids. It don't seem like she worried about Maleah too much to me. She can't even cry. Like, no, he's not gay at all, man. How's it happening for months when the kids are with my baby's mother? How they have insurance on Maleah and all of this stuff. And then she told my son, like, the night of, like, I'm about to get a Lifetime movie off of this.
Wow.
So say my first name and spell it.
First and last name and spell it. Because all this is going out live.
Live right now?
Just take your
Not
time.
right now.
Just take your time.
But you're just recording right now, right? So this isn't live right now, right?
Not live on TV.
No?
Not on TV, no.
I don't want to do any questions. Not right now. I just want to let everybody know about the flyer. Is that okay? My name is Brittany Bowens.
Yeah, I believe my son is innocent, and I believe his story. You know, I sent you all the pictures of him getting cut up and all of that stuff. So I really believe, like, either she got something to do with it, or like he been set up in some type of way. But I know he didn't do nothing to her because he loves her. You know, he been taking care of her since she was 1 year old. Brittany, like, she you know what I'm saying? She ain't no type of mother. Like, he's been the one taking care of the kids the whole time.
But were they together when the whole CPS thing happened? Because I know the mother and the biological father got called to CPS, but were
yeah, they were together doing the CPS thing.
Oh, but were they living together or no?
Nobody didn't tell people that when the kids got taken away, they went to Derion's mother.
Really?
Derion's mother had the kids, all three of the kids, for 6 months before they went back to the family, because her family wouldn't step up to even get the kids.
So when the child fell, when Maleah fell, whose home was it in?
It was in her mother's home, which Derion and Brittany stayed with her mother. With Maleah.
So the three of them were staying in that home together. So Brittany, Derion, and Brittany's mother.
Yes.
Okay, and that's what happened.
Like, he had to suffer with the CPS thing the first time. You know what I'm saying? They took the kids away. He was devastated about that. That's why he did everything in his power to get those kids back. He begged his mom to take those kids in. She took those kids in. She lost her job because she took the kids in, and she had to be there with the kids all the time. Derion was the one going over to her house, taking her money, you know what I'm saying, visiting the kids and stuff like that. Brittany was not doing none of that.
Didn't they ever, like, give the kids, or at least Maleah or whatever, to the biological father? That was one of the big questions
He didn't want them.
Wow.
He didn't want them.
Wow. Yeah, something didn't seem right to me, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Because they had, like I said, they have previous history with CPS. That's one of the things she's hiding.
Wow.
When Derion came in the picture, those kids couldn't do nothing, like nothing. Like, he the one taught them how to talk and use the bathroom and stuff like that. Like, they were way behind.
She made a lot of allegations that came out, which to me was very suspicious, that, like, she waited like a week or something. If she's so concerned about her daughter, why wait 6-7 days to come out with this whole, the abuse allegations, the shower stuff, the things where he would take her to daycare and then bring her back home and do things and, like, all that kind of stuff. Like, what do you think about that? What do you have to say about that?
There were times where he would say she was at daycare, but he would bring her back, not drop off at daycare, but bring the child back here to the home with him. There's reason to believe, based on what I know now, that there's issues of him possibly young Maleah.
First of all, he has no way to be able to take her to daycare and come back home because he works 9 to 5. So how is he going to come home when he works a 9 to 5 job? None of those things are true about him. Like I said, he works from 9 to 5. So how is he able to take a child back home when he has to be at work? CPS is involved in their life. So if they miss any type of days, CPS is going to be on it because the case is still was ongoing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And she had previous problems with CPS before Derion even came into the picture. Like, we've been warning Derion about this girl. We've been trying to get him away from her. He didn't listen because he didn't want to leave the kids with her. He's been the sole provider the whole time. Like, he loved those kids. He definitely fought for them to get back into custody. Like I said, they went with his mother. They didn't go with Brittany's family at all. They went with my baby's mom.
CPS thing, because I mean, there's very little information, but I saw one, I think that was from 2018. Was there more things that have happened previously, you're saying, or is that the only thing?
Yeah, before he was even involved with her.
Wow.
There's been several instances where people actually have saw her punch the kid and stuff like that. Yeah, so Derion, he's not no violent type of person. That's what I'm saying. Like, he has no violent past at all. He has 4 nieces. Stories just not even matching up. Like, why would you leave your child at home with him if he's doing all of these things?
That doesn't make sense, right? That's weird.
And there has a CPS case open, so don't you think CPS has already looked into all of those things before they even sent the child back home with them? It's like they trying to set him up. I don't know what's going on, but it's not good. Like, I feel like they trying to set my son up, really.
Have you ever met Maleah?
Yes, I have.
The gay pictures that he was sending to a guy, and that caused him. She got upset, and this is one of the stories they're using too. That he went into a rage and got upset that she found that out or whatever.
No, he's not gay at all, man. Okay. That's crazy. It's just like, and then it's like the guy that she with is like he's making up the story, and you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the Cornell, the activist.
Yeah. Like, he just threw himself in the, you know what I'm saying, in the picture. He's making up the story, and you know what I'm saying, she just going with it.
Right.
Like, she never found no pictures of Derion with no guy, nothing like that. She saw some texts with him with a girl,
okay,
and she got mad. But he's never been gay or nothing like that, man.
Okay.
That was one of the craziest things that I heard. But that's the reason why she broke up with him, not because she claimed he was molesting her baby. Come on now.
Right.
Be for real.
Well, the strange thing is that she said it was like
stuff is not true, man.
She said it was happening for months, so I couldn't wrap my mind around it. That's why I was kind of going hard on her. Like, how as a mother can you see this stuff for months and just now that supposedly there's gay stuff?
How's it happening for months when the kids are with my baby's mother? They just not getting the kids back.
Right. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I think they got the kids back, from what I read, if it's correct, in February, from what I read.
Right. Derion fought hard to get those kids because her family didn't want to step up for the kids. Like, he had his mother go get those kids, you know, and 2 of the kids wasn't even his. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait, what 2 kids? Because I know they have...
They have 3 kids. One is Derion's kid.
Okay.
The youngest one is Derion's. The older 2 are not his children.
And they belong to Brittany?
They belong to Brittany and her baby's father.
Okay.
But all of them went to my baby's mother's house for 6 months. The only reason why Derion was arrested was because the media was so heavy on my son's house, my other son's house, that he decided to take his kids and his wife back to St. Louis because you know, they're from St. Louis.
Right, yeah, I noticed that. Okay.
My son Joe Jr. decided to take his wife and his kids back to St. Louis. When he got on the highway, he got pulled over by Texas Highway Patrol, right? Put guns up to him and had him get out the car, search the car and see it was Maleah or Derion was in the car. They actually thought Derion was trying to leave town.
His name is Joe too, right? Your other son?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. They thought Derion was trying to leave town. So when they saw Derion was not in the car, they went back to the house and arrested him because they said he was a flight risk.
Right. I heard about that.
So that's why he was arrested. And then they came up with this charge. about something about a corpse or something like that.
Right.
So
True.
he was at his brother's house. They knew
Okay.
where Derion was at the whole time.
Okay.
The cops knew where he was at. Like I said, when Joe left to take his kids out of town and his wife because he feared for their safety, the cops thought Derion was trying to leave town. So they went right over to where he was at and locked him up. So he never was on no run. He never was missing.
Okay.
He just didn't, you know what I'm saying? When he went out that first night to look for Maleah, he got mobbed. And then and then he didn't understand. He didn't trust her or her baby father because they came to him real crazy, you know what I'm saying, with guns and all type of stuff.
Wow.
So he didn't want to be around them, you know what I'm saying? He didn't trust him. He was starting to listen to what we were saying about not trusting him.
Do you know anything about the biological father? Anything, his involvement? Did he ever? I don't know if you know. Like, did he ever hit Maleah before, or like his involvement? Or there were some allegations too that he tried to see her.
I heard allegations about him through Derion that that he was abusive to the kids or whatever. But I know he do crazy stuff like he only get one kid at a time and all of this crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like Derion had those kids most of the time. He the one who took care of the kids.
Right.
Like he's the responsible one out of all of this.
I'm looking at the pictures that you sent me. Do you know when the pictures were taken? Like, were they taken the day of, or I guess the day after?
That was taken when at the hospital.
At the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
By Brittany.
Okay. This doesn't look like it was at the hospital though.
Or maybe they was taken after they left, you know what I'm saying? But they was taking the date. You see he got stitches and everything.
Yeah, I saw the stitches. You see that?
Yeah.
As far as you know, I guess he was hit on the head. Was he gun butted or?
No, his head was rammed into the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see him, and he has cuts on his leg, cuts on his other leg, forehead. Derion, he said he was unconscious for 24 hours. Do you believe that? Do you think he was unconscious?
He didn't say he was unconscious for 24 hours. He said he was going in and out of consciousness.
Okay.
Yeah, they kept beating. They was beating on him. You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear about the thing where they said that he was dropped off in that same vehicle that was stolen?
No, I haven't heard about that.
Okay, I heard something about like there was some surveillance. The police said this. Nobody's seen it or anything, but that supposedly he was dropped off in that same vehicle. So
no, it's just real. The whole thing is real strange. How he just was, he pulled over and people just jumped on him and everything.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like they set him up some type of way. Really.
Okay.
And then I got messages about like how they have insurance on Maleah and all of this stuff. Insurance on Maleah.
Did you see the picture of Derion walking out of the apartment with like the laundry basket and the garbage bag? And what do you think about that?
He was actually doing laundry.
Okay. All right.
He does the laundry.
Okay.
He cleans the house. He cooks. He takes the kids to daycare. He does all of those things.
What do you think about the picture that the police posted where you see Derion walking in and Maleah behind, and they said that's the last time she was seen, April 30th?
I haven't seen the picture. The blood that they said they found in the house was actually, if you look at the report, it says related to Maleah because it's her brother's blood from his toothbrush.
Okay, because I thought they said there was like blood in the hallway, blood in the bathroom.
No, it says blood. They said they found traces of blood that's related to Maleah.
Okay, because I thought too, like they were saying that like he was they saw evidence of like trying to clean the blood, but
no, they said they saw traces of blood related to Maleah, which was blood on a teddy bear from her brother and blood on a toothbrush. The blood that they found was her brother's blood. That's why it says related to Maleah. It's not her blood.
So it's not her blood at all, you're saying? Or
no, it's not her blood. That's why it says they found traces of blood related to Maleah.
So yeah, they said supposedly that was the last time that she was seen walking in and she never walked back out. And one of the questions that a lot of people want to know, You might not know. Was Brittany home that day, the April 30th? Was she
all of
back
the
on?
all of that video is like given from Brittany and that guy. Like
Right.
that video could have been tampered with or anything.
Well, it wasn't even any video released. It was just like 2 screenshots, and that was it. So
Right,
we have no
exactly.
idea what's on there.
Exactly. So anything, and that's released by, like, that's another thing. Like, the police are letting them lead their investigation. Like,
Right.
what's up with that?
Okay.
How is they coming up with all of this evidence, but the cops not coming up with no evidence?
Right. Right.
And then Brittany told my son, like, the night, like, okay, she said she came home from the airport, right? And she came to the airport and Derion wasn't there.
Right.
She waited all the way to 8:00 in the morning to come to my other son's house to tell him that Derion was missing. I had actually talked to her the day before she went on the media, and
Okay.
she was just like so nonchalant about everything. I'm like, this girl had something to do with this. And I'm wondering, like, why aren't the police even investigating her? Like she was saying she was going out of town to visit her for her dad's funeral.
Yeah, right. What's up with that?
Man, she hadn't seen her dad in 10 to 12 years.
Really?
Like, she barely knew her dad.
So do you believe
I don't even know if she even went out of town. Like, do they have photos and pictures of her leaving the airport and stuff like that? I know she went out of town around the 11th of April.
Yeah, I heard that.
My family went down there to visit Derion, and she was gone out of town.
Okay.
My family was down there, and they visited him and the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wish there was some
she was
sort
out
of
town, and then she came back. She came back in town, and she supposedly left again. My family was the one who contacted police about the missing persons. They're the ones who filed the missing person.
Okay.
And we kept trying to get the police to file an Amber Alert, but they wouldn't do it. They took forever to do that. When she came to the house and said that Derion was missing, of course, Joe was worried, and he called the police. You know, she didn't call the police. He called the police. And like I said, then she told my son, like, the night of, like, I'm about to get a Lifetime movie off of this.
Wow. Wait, the night of? Wait, which night? Like the night?
The night that they was looking for Derion. The day, Saturday?
Right.
Saturday they was looking for him.
Yeah.
She's telling she gonna get a Lifetime movie. What's up with, you know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you one thing too that came to my head as I heard these allegations too, and all these people reporting was that supposedly Vence, they were saying, and I'm talking about Derion, that they said that he used to work a post route and that he mentioned to the mother-in-law, which would be the other side of the family, I guess, that if he was to get rid of a body, he would do it in one of these remote areas. You ever heard of that?
I never heard that.
Okay.
And he never worked no post route. He worked at the post office for 3 days in the mailroom.
Oh, really? So he wasn't like on a route going to these different places to, like...
No, he worked in the mailroom for like 3 days through a temp service.
That's crazy.
My son never worked on a post route ever in his life.
Wow.
I just want to get the word out about her. I want people to look into her stories and her allegations about my son. And
so she's a liar. Like what she's saying.
Yeah, she's saying all of that, the molestation, all of that is a lie, man.
Okay.
How can he molest somebody? Like I said, how is he taking somebody from daycare when he's at work?
Mm-hmm.
He's works 9 to 5 every day.
Right.
It's not adding up, man.
Right.
It's not adding up. We all know her story's not adding up.
I see potential subscribers.
Subscribe for more. This is the mother info war.